Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here at Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie. It is a beautiful December day. Check out this hot rod motorcycle we're going to be riding today. This is the Royal Enfield Hunter, get this, Hunter 500. I did a little video on this the other day and we just got it running, had a little fun around town with it. Today I'm going to try to put, I don't know, 50 miles on it or so. We're going to try to get a little more, a little more mileage on it. I've been driving it around town this morning. It's been a lot of fun. Something to point out about it. So, okay, it started life as a Royal Enfield Hunter 350. That's a 20 horsepower motorcycle with about 20 foot-pounds of torque. They got a kit for a around 500cc cylinder and piston here. They put a Kent cam in it. One of those magic computer boxes that makes things work better, you know. They've got this Diabolus pipe on it with this little ending on the end there. Nice sounding pipe. I love the way it looks. They've done a Hedgehog fender kit. They put this neat little driving light. I wonder how I get that on. Oh, there it is. Little switch on the dash. It's just one side. They like that asymmetric look, you know. It's got an LED headlight. This is all Hedgehog, by the way. These brackets, there's a Hedgehog symbol right there. They've got this Hedgehog speedometer relocator kit up here. These are different bars also, I believe. Different grips. They put bar and mirrors on there. I'm not sure what kind those are. All this stuff is available at Baxter Cycle, by the way. Knee pads, Diabolus side covers on it. Hedgehog rear end kit. So the Hedgehog fender, Hedgehog taillight, Hedgehog license plate relocator. They've got this Hedgehog seat on here. Like I said in the other video, I'm just going to call this thing the Hedgehog, right? They've got Interceptor shocks on the back. Check that out. It looks like an oversized tire on the back now also, so you can spot the size here. It says it is a 140/80/17. Wow, that's quite a beefy tire for, I was going to say 350, but it's a 500. It's a Pirelli MT60 on the rear. They put a 19-inch tire in the front, and that is a 190/19. I can't really read the writing. It's MT60 again, Pirelli. That is the bike came with a 17, so they've upped the size of the tire. It's got a 300mm single disc on the front, dual piston bi-brake caliper. I'm not sure what that is on the back. I think that's a 270 disc on the rear. So everything like ground clearance, all those seat height, all those numbers are now out of the window because of the changes they've done to it. I will say that it should be lighter in stock form with a full tank of fuel. This bike should weigh, I think it was 395 pounds or about 185 kilograms. So I would guess it's lighter now. So it is funner to ride, and a Hunter is a fun bike to ride no matter what. I love those things, and this one's extra fun. So you know what I think we're going to do? Oh wait, before we go anywhere. Hedgehog skid plate on the bottom. You know, let's just kind of look it over real quick, see what else I can find here. All kinds of goodies on here. The stripe was yellow, now it's red. Knee pads, I already pointed that out. You know what I think? I think it is time for me to gear up and for us to go for a ride. Wahoo! Alrighty, we've just made our way into A-Town, the town I live in. A couple things we've learned already. One is our speedometer has quit working. As you noticed up here, I've got my GPS speedometer going. We had two goals with this. One was to check the calibration of this speedometer. The other one is this speedometer has been quitting on us, and it has done so again. So we'll just kind of have to see what it goes on there. Interestingly enough, the clock and the gear indicator and all that other stuff is still working. How's the bike handling? Well, I love the way it handles. It's a small bike. It's got a little stiff rear end on it. I'll check the settings of the shocks when we get to the gas. We're on our way to the gas station. I'll check that when we get to the gas station. Our goal today is to wrap up miles on it to kind of wear the engine in. That's the whole point of this ride. All right, my friends, I will catch up to y'all in a little bit. Let's go see what we can learn. Now, there is a YouTuber down in Arizona that has taken a Royal Enfield 350 Classic, and he's done all kinds of goody magic to it, you know, computer, tuning, cam, all that neat stuff. And he's managed to get it to go, I'll put his YouTube channel down below. He's managed to get some real speed out of that thing. I think he had an indicated 90 miles an hour and a GPS like 85. And he's going to put a big bore kit in his bike, I think he is. Anyway, check him out if you get a chance. Like up here on the right, you'll see an old vintage Coca-Cola sign that's been repainted. It says, delicious, refreshing Coca-Cola, relieves fatigue, 5 cents. There it is. Our speedometer is working again for now, but that will change, I believe. We'll find out. We're not going to gravel road it today. I want to break it in doing easy stuff like this. Very bassy note. The ride in town is actually pretty darn good. On the highway it was a little choppy, but in here it's you feel like you have good control. It's very nimble. So to stay warm today, I've got some good old gear on. I've got my Royal Enfield Nervic jacket on. I've got the liner in there. I've got a sweater on underneath that. For gloves, I've got my Royal Enfield Alpine Star V2 gloves. Very good. 50-degree day, they should be more than adequate. On my lower half, I've got my Noru pants on. And I left the liners in them today. Now I had taken the liners out, and I'm starting to realize why I had taken those liners out. They're actually quite warm. And on my feet, I've got some Keen boots. Well, we're about 20 miles down the road now. We've lost our sun. The wind's picked up a little bit. Still a pleasant ride. Bike's running fabulously. The handling is superb. It's very stable. You know, it's got a short wheelbase because of being a Hunter, but they put that 19-inch front tire on there, so it's very stable. The clutch is working. Yeah, well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Where are we? We are at the, let me read the sign to you here. Site of the first train robbery in the West committed by the notorious Jesse James and his gang of outlaws. How's that? The date? July 21st, 1873. Well, everything's working pretty good. We're still having the speedometer problem. That's okay. That's one of the reasons we're taking this ride. The engine is working superbly. You know, we were talking about the tuning. They've been trying different things with one of these electronic controllers. They can adjust things, and I think they've got it pretty good for highway riding. Once we get the bike broke in, we'll take it out and, you know, into the sticks and see how it works out there. Pretty darn good looking bike though, huh? I'm very impressed with it. It has not been backfiring or doing anything like that. Again, like I said, the handling's fine. The clutch is has a lot of really good feeling. It's working fabulously. Oversized back tire, the bigger front tire, good sound. As far as the ride goes, this road that I've been on is a lot smoother than that first little stretch between Atlantic and Marnie. So it's been a very comfortable ride. Also, I'm getting used to it. The shocks are they're in mid setting, so a guy could make them a little softer if he wanted to. Yeah, they're both in the mid setting. Notice a little Bigfoot down there. I like it. Tubeless tires, you know, the brakes work great. Pretty darn happy with it. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind howling here. I hope that's not ruining the mic. So the train robbery, it says it was here, but it wasn't here. It was actually over the hill. There's a set of train tracks over there. Might have been over the hill in one way or another, but about this area. These are supposed to be the actual tracks. What he did, Jesse James and his gang unbolted the tracks. The train came over, fell on its side. This is the monument. One of the interesting things about this monument is it disappeared years ago. It just vanished. Nobody knew what happened to it. Years went by. There was a house fire in Ohio, and they found this in the basement of the house, and it got returned. So quite the story, huh? It's a beautiful day for a motorcycle ride, and I think I'm going to hop back on that little smoker and have some fun. Wahoo! Let's see what we can do about a pass. 57 miles an hour. Fifth gear. Roll on. We're picking up speed just fine. 66 miles an hour. Pretty darn good, I'd say. 67. All right, y'all. Bike's been running great. We are going to hop on the interstate here, just do 2 or 3 miles. Bike's been running great. The bike has loads of torque. It's not gear sensitive at all. No matter what gear I'm in, it seems to have plenty of power. So that's not been an issue at all. The clutch is working fabulously. I was worried about that. We got about a 3-mile stretch here before we get to the Marnie turnoff. Very comfortable on these good roads. I did get on some really crappy road. I did that on purpose, and it did beat the snot out of me. And I think the shocks are set on the middle setting, so we can make them a little softer. Let's see, 67 miles an hour, 68. Hey! Right about 70, 71, it cut out a little bit. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can do that again. That might be the fueling, that might be a speed control on the bike. I'm not sure what that would be. That's why we do these test runs. 69, 70, 71, and it cuts right out. There we are, almost 72. Well, that's an interesting thing. That's the first time it's done that to me on this ride. So that's why we have test rides, to see what we can learn. All right, this is the Marnie turnoff right here. Exit 51 on Interstate 80. So to get to the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, if you're on Interstate 80 in western Iowa, you go to exit 51, and you get right about to this end right here, and you head south. Boy, the bike sounds good. It's been a great ride. Really liked it. Really enjoyed this bike. Anyway, you turn south, and you just follow this road for about 3 miles. It'll literally drive you right into Marnie and right past Baxter Cycle. You can't miss it. So I rode this bike into the wind with the wind at my back. The 500 kit has made this a real street goer. I never had to worry about climbing hills or passing traffic. We actually passed a couple cars. The few gigs that we did find riding this bike would be just down on the interstate getting over 70. And then the speedometer, we have to get that figured out. Like I said, that's why we ride bikes and do these kind of tests. If y'all are in the market for a new used Royal Enfield Triumph, classic British bike of any type, you need yourself a Baxter's Custom Works bike like this one, get yourself over to the mighty Minitropolis in Marnie, Iowa. They got parts, accessories, thingamajigs, doodads, coats, jackets, helmets, gloves, socks, and underwear. But go to BaxterCycle.com. Those guys can help you out. Make sure you tell them Fuzzy Biker sent you. Now it's a beautiful day out here. If it's a beautiful day where y'all are at, get yourselves out there and ride, my friends. Life is good. Wahoo! Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wahoo!